Thank you guys so much for watching us here at Excel Performance Training for this week's Thrive Training tip. Now, last week we talked about the bench press and how important it was to make sure that we were properly set up before we start pushing that weight. Today, what we want to do is show you guys two rowing variations that we like to use for starting our athletes on in order to make sure we're creating strong, healthy, stable shoulders. It's very important that we're having pulling exercises in our program, even more so than pushing exercises. If you look at our society today, we're very much internally rotated and rounded forward. We have this hunchback posture. That's a lot to do because of the way we live now, sitting over our iPhones or our tablets, computers, desks, office, things like that. Then also how we program. Typically everybody loves doing pushing exercises, bench press, shoulder press, things like that, but we don't do much pulling. As an athlete, and specifically here how we train our athletes, is we typically pull twice as much as we do for pushing. This is going to create a strong, healthy, stable shoulder and keep you in the game longer. So, first one I want to show you guys is just a supine barbell row. What this is going to do is this is going to be a body weight exercise, which is great to start all of our athletes on. If you can't control your body weight, there's no point in loading the exercise up. So this is great because we can do it in a squat rack. Almost all gyms will have a squat rack and a barbell for you to use, and you can set this up. Now, real quick tip, whenever you're doing this exercise, make sure you're not rowing back this way where you can pull the bar off the clips. Seeing some bad stuff happen, that's not what we want to do. So you want to make sure whenever you're pulling that it's back, pulling the bar into the clips. So for our setup initial starting position, we want our grip to be about where we would do our bench press from. You got to think, what we're trying to do, guys, is bring those elbows back and down. I try and tell people, like you're pulling them back to your back hip pocket. We don't want to shrug up, pulling our shoulders forward, but we're trying to get those shoulder blades to go back and down like we're squeezing them in our back pockets. So we have to have a strong core. We've talked about core here before all the time. All the muscles in between the hips and the shoulders on the front and back side of the body. It's got to be strong. We don't want to slouch like this. So once we're set, everything's tight, guys. We're going to drive our elbows back, pulling our chest up. Our chin is tucked back, just like we talked with the deadlift. We're not reaching forward with the chin like that. We're driving our elbows back, squeezing those shoulder blades into the back pocket, getting this row to be done properly. If that's too difficult, we can do several things to adjust it, guys, by bringing the angle up, raising this bar up, so that way we don't have to be as far underneath it. We can also keep our knees bent, so that way, easy, I'm losing my microphone. So that way, we can still focus on pulling, but it reduces some of the weight on how much, or the load that we're using. Another thing that we can do, I'm gonna move this out of the way, is one of my favorite tools to use if you guys have one of these are TRX rows, if you've got some gymnastics rings, or they've got all kinds of different suspension trainers to use. We can do the exact same exercise, except it makes it a little bit more challenging because we've got two different things that we're working on, a lot more rowing variations that we can do with something like a TRX. The exact same things apply, guys. Our feet are together, squeeze your legs, squeeze your glutes, and you're driving your elbows back. What I like about these TRX rows is we can teach and kind of reinforce a little external rotation or turning out of the arm as we row. So how we have all of our athletes start is your feet are together, squeeze the legs in the butt. As you row, you're actually going to go from an overhand grip to a curl grip, driving your elbows back. Same thing, guys. We don't want to slouch forward like this or reach with the neck, but drive your elbows back as you're pulling, building the strong back. This, again, is easy. They make quick adjustments. If you guys don't have one of these in your facility, I encourage you to get them. You can get home ones. Really great because you can do full body workouts with them. Guys, thank you always so much for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Got lots of great content on our website, excelperformancetraining.com. Leave us a comment in the section below. Let us know what you think. What's your favorite rowing variation? And some different things that you guys would like to do to build a big, strong back to get you ready for next season. If you're ready to go all in and train with the pros, give us a call at 918-949-4223 because next season starts now. It's not a month before you report, a week before you report, but next season starts now, so start becoming the athlete you were meant to be. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and back to you in the studio.